Hello, my name is Di Hill. I am a transformational coach and energy release practitioner. And today I want to welcome you to this free tapping on frustration. Now, tapping is a relatively new neuro energy release technique where we tap on certain parts of the body to release dead dwelling negative energy. Because even though we're physical beings, we're also energetic and emotional beings. And I want to teach you this technique because once you've got it in your back pocket, you've got this incredible way of being able to release how you're feeling and take you back to your high vibe, happy self, the frequency, the vibration that you are meant to be experiencing life at, which is at the high vibe frequency of love and happiness and joy and gratitude and all those other beautiful feelings that we want to feel. So today's tapping session is on the subject of frustration. And frustration, just like any other feeling, it's an emotion. It's energy in motion. And when we are, and I know this, believe me, when we are in the process of feeling frustrated, it affects every area of our life. But just like any other emotion, it is temporary, it passes, that feeling actually passes. And by allowing yourself to tap on it, it moves the energy out quicker, and it also releases any, dormant, frustrated, stressed, overwhelmed, yucky feelings that you might be feeling as well. So let's talk about what frustration is. Frustration really is that feeling of being in one place and wanting to get to another and not being able to get there. That might look like trying to get a qualification, a promotion at a job. It might be that you want to change your family circumstances. It might be that you are trying to save money. It might be that you're trying to get on top of health goals. But it's that really low vibe feeling that what you want is just out of reach. But the problem is that when we're kind of resonating at that vibe of frustration, you will attract a reality which is frustrating for you in every area of your life. Feeling that you're stuck, frustrated, cross, irritated, that you cannot get what you want. So by tapping on this particular emotion, you can come back to this script again and again and again anytime you feel frustrated. But the key thing with the form of tapping that I teach is that you need to really allow yourself to feel the feelings, feel the emotion, and really sort of go into it. So getting out of your head and really into your body. Because when you feel an emotion, you actually experience a physiological reaction in your body. So it's that we really want to get into. Now, I can't do that for you. Only you can bring those feelings to the surface, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. So before we get started, let me just show you those tapping points so you know exactly where to tap. And my video is it's an opposite. So this is my right hand side of the body, and we tap on the right to release. So you're going to start, take my glasses off, now I can't see a thing. You're going to start on the eyebrow point, just here, and you are going to tap with moderate pressure. We're not beating the emotion out of you, but you're going to tap with moderate pressure, just about 7 or 8 times before you move on to the next place. So you start on the eyebrow point, to the side of your eye, underneath your eye, underneath your nose, on your chin, and then you're going to tap just at where the end of your clavicle is. There's like a little nook, and then you're going to tap just along your rib cage, wherever it's most sensitive. So feel up and down. Mine's sensitive down here today, and then back up to the top of your head, and then back round, and you just keep going round. Now, it's important to recognize that when you are tapping, emotions can get very, very big because you are tapping on very specific energy meridians, which are like junctions of energy which all come together in certain points of your body that are connected to your energetic circulation. And when you are tapping and you're releasing these emotions, you can get very teary. You might release emotions in yawning or burping. You might dry retch. Just go with it. Emotions aren't logical, okay? Emotions sit in your subconscious, which is the irrational part of your brain. So it might not make sense to you what's coming up whilst you are tapping, but this is a very it's not a personalized script. It is a general script to use whenever you feel frustrated. So this tapping is going to really bring to the surface all those frustrated feelings about whether it may be a situation or a person or an event or something you just feel that you cannot get through or get on top of. And by doing this, we're bringing it to the surface. We're allowing those emotions to be fully felt, tapped out, so then you can come back to your happy, high vibe self. But the key to this is to really trust the process, okay? Don't get all in your head about it. I want you to come into your body and really start feeling into those frustrated feelings, because the more you're out of this place and into your body, the more you're going to start shifting stuff. So I'm going to invite you to feel very grounded where you are. And if you're lying on the bed, then great. If you're sitting on a chair, then uncross your legs, because most of us like sitting cross-legged, and just really feel into your seat. Take a couple of deep breaths. Maybe take another one. And I want you just to close down your eyes. Know that you're safe to do this. It's safe to feel these feelings, to allow them to come to the surface. All your emotions want is to be heard and just to have their say, so they can be fully felt, processed and released. The problems really start when we do not allow that to happen, when we push it down and we ignore it, we distract ourselves and we hope it might go away. So instead, I'm inviting you to start feeling those feelings. So with your eyes closed, just to close down the noise and the chaos of the outside world, bring to mind something that feels frustrating to you. Maybe it's someone in your life, maybe it's someone at work, or maybe it's your child or your spouse, might be a mother-in-law, someone that just really makes you frustrated. Or maybe it's a situation that you are just cannot sort. Maybe it's you've got great aspirations, but you just cannot seem to get there. Just allow that situation to bubble up to the surface. And as you do that, allow that feeling of frustration to be felt. Maybe you can notice where it is in your body. Maybe it's across your chest. Maybe it's in your stomach. Maybe it's in your throat. Maybe it's across your back. Just with loving awareness, just tune in to where you are feeling the most energetic response to feeling frustrated. Keeping your eyes closed, pouring all your awareness on that feeling. And if you can, just allow that feeling to be amplified. It's safe to do this. Allow that feeling. Allow it to come up to the surface. It's safe to do this. And I'm going to keep my eyes open because I'm going to be reading a script. And I want you to just start tapping 7 to 8 times on that point before moving to the next tapping place. And if you get stuck on one place, that's okay too. It just shows there's more energy there. So just start tapping on that eyebrow point and repeat after me, either out loud or in your head. I'm so frustrated. I'm so annoyed. so frustrated that I can't get what I want. Why can I never get what I want? I can see what I want, but it's not available to me. I try so hard. I want it so badly. What's wrong with me? I can't have what I want. Think about that thing that you want. Why am I not good enough to have it? Why can I not just seem to create it? I try so hard. Everything I want, it's just there. But it's always out of reach. It feels always out of reach. And it's always been like this. When I think back, I've been so frustrated in life. Trying so hard, working so hard, being the good one, doing what I was meant to be doing, but never quite getting what it is I wanted. And I'm so angry with myself that I just don't seem to have the skills, the knowledge, the ability to create what I want. So here I am, stuck, miserable, frustrated, angry, and I can't seem to move forward. What's wrong with me? Why is this happening to me? Everybody else, they get what they want. Everyone else around me, they don't have this problem. But me, oh yeah, I'm not allowed to have this. It's too out of reach. I just can't have what I want. And it makes me so frustrated. And when I'm frustrated, I feel overwhelmed. I'm angry with everybody. I get irritated easily. Who am I? I don't even like who I am when I'm so frustrated. I don't want to be this person. I need to have a plan. I need to know how it has to look. If only I could break free of this, then I could get through it and get what I want. Okay, I want you to stop tapping for a minute. Just breathe into that space. Just tune in, see how you're feeling. Just notice if that feeling is lessened, if it's less than what it was, maybe it's shifted to a different part of your body. Take a couple of deep breaths. See what's come up. You can do this tapping over and over again. With loving awareness, just see what's changed. And now what I'm going to invite you to do is we're going to do something called anchoring in. And anchoring in is really installing in our bodies and in really bringing new beliefs into our system so we can start moving through frustration, so we can start really stepping into our power to create what we want in the right way, in the right time for you. And that comes from a place of acceptance. So if your eyes are shut, then great. If they're not, take a deep breath and close down your eyes. And this time we're going to tap on the left-hand side of our bodies. And when you're going to do that, you can either tap with your left hand or your right, but we're going to tap on the left-hand side and we're going to start at that eyebrow point. So when you're ready, just start tapping. Take a couple of deep breaths. You know what? I see that I'm frustrated. I understand that I'm frustrated. And it's just a story that I tell myself, that I can't have what I want. It's too easy to believe this. It's too easy to go along when not feeling good enough, not feeling that I can achieve it. But maybe this is the story that's holding me back. The only way out is through. And where I am right now is absolutely fine. I'm going to, with loving acceptance, acknowledge how I'm feeling, recognize the fear, recognize the frustration and doubt that's getting in the way of creating what I want. Instead, I choose to release this energy. I'm seeing what it's trying to tell me. I'm accepting of where I am and where I want to be. And it's okay. Maybe I'm juggling a lot. Maybe it's not my right time. Maybe I'm needing to listen to what I really want. Maybe I need to clear some time for myself. Maybe I need to practice a bit more grace and acceptance. Maybe I need to forgive myself. And that's okay. It is not weak. It is not a failure to not get where I want to be immediately. I choose to walk this journey of life. I choose not to race through it. Everything is happening within divine timing. I accept where I am in life. I trust where I am in life. I trust myself to make decisions. And I trust myself to make decisions that feel good enough to me, that feel right to me, that energetically are the right way forward. This frustration I feel is just temporary. And in that I can be grateful. I remind myself, my brain's just trying to keep me safe. I can create anything I want, but it will come in the right way at the right time for me. I choose to release this frustration. I accept what I'm feeling with loving awareness, and I can move up, out, and through this. It is possible for me to get what I want. I'm always creating what I want. I release, I release, I release. And so it is. And when you're ready, take a deep breath and open your eyes. So I hope you found that tapping script useful. You can come back to this at any time you need it, whenever you're frustrated, just to come home to yourself, just to remind yourself that it's just an emotion, it's just a feeling. When you are releasing emotions, it detoxifies through your liver. So I highly encourage you to drink lots of water to help that detoxification process, and just pour some love and grace on yourself as you go through this process. I'm not immune to frustration. I have very high, grand plans for my life. I understand where you're coming from, but I also know that when you tap, you can really, really, really start creating what it is you want in life. So thank you for listening, and I hope that you get some use out of this script, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, thanks so much. Bye for now. Bye.